All right, here we are at Madrona. This is an old ranger station here, condemned buildings, and I'm gonna demo these at some point, but pretty cool. This is where our mule pack string comes and packs up the Manning Trail. So I'm going to be hiking up the Manning Trail this morning. It's like a 10-mile hike up to Manning Camp. We'll get some footage along the way, and the weather's really nice right now. It's definitely going to start getting warm, but I am going to be going up in elevation, so hopefully it won't be too hot. Here is trailhead sign. 9.3 miles to Manning. All right, here we go. Alright, there's a Gila monster. I just ran into him on the trail. Wow, he's a big fat one. Pretty. He's a big one. He was right in the middle of the trail. I had to hurry and get my camera out. Cool, we'll let him be. Very cool. I was hoping I'd see one. There he goes. Okay. Very cool. All right, this time I see it a little sooner. Do you see another Gila monster? Not even a few minutes later than the last one. Let me see, this time I need to try to get a picture. Got some good photos. I can send it in to the Gila monster site. Man, how cool. They all have different patterns on their backs so they can be identified. Wow. Cool. Ha. I wonder if we'll see another one. All right. We'll hike up trail here a little bit. 2. Very cool. All right, I was hoping just to see one, and there was 2. That's my 4th one this spring. All right, moving up the trail, give you a little view to the south, Rincon Peak, and then we'll go ahead and hike down the trail. Just to this corner here, but this is in the winter and spring. Tanaha are pools of water, and this is flowing real good. There's a little bit of water. It's stagnant, but to my right, but just to kind of give you a sense of the topography, some pretty cool areas with some bedrock. And this is the trail, by the way, that our mules pack on, our mules supply trail crews and resource science, fire crews. You can see got a little bit of water flowing here, and you know, in some of these pools there's turtles and frogs, but there's not a lot of water in the desert. So got some tracks here, some deer, very cool. All right, very pretty. Nice big slick rock area. This flows pretty good throughout the winter and spring. Not right now. Getting up into some of the oaks, a little bit of pinyon and juniper, manzanita. Can't say what elevation I'm at right now, but probably like 5,000 or so is where we start to see this type of vegetation. All right, we're coming up on a junction here. This junction, this trail heading up here towards the sign will take you to Cowhead Saddle, Douglas Springs Campground, and out Douglas Springs at the end of Speedway. It's a long way out. And then you can take it to Madrona, but we're gonna go Grass Shack, Madrona, or not Madrona, Manning Camp. This trail can take you to Manning Camp, but we're gonna take it back here via Grass Shack Campground. So that will be our next stop. Now it's a little confusing. There's an Arizona Trail sign here. The arrow says go to the right, which would imply this way. All right, here we go. Next stop, Grass Shack. But we'll turn off the camera here after we cross this little stream. Very cool. Could filter this water. Don't recommend it. Got some dove drinking out of it. All right, give you a little snippet here. We're descending into Grass Shack, and this is like a nice view. As you can see, the Santa Ritas off in the distance south of Tucson, and Rincon Peak off in the distance. We are not going towards Rincon Peak today. Manning Camp at 8,000 foot elevation is our destination, but I'm going to be hiking towards Rincon Peak tomorrow and hope to get some more nice little snippets of video for you along that route. This is the spring at Grass Shack Campground, and I'll filter some of this water, top off my water supply just to be safe. I think it should be noted that I have not seen a single person on this trail. I've gone about 4.5 miles. This is usually where we take a long break with the mules when we're packing up. And about halfway. So we'll stop. I'll roll film when I go up to get water. I'm gonna find a place to filter some water here, and then I'm gonna get back on the trail. But yeah, look at this. These nice pools here. I'm still kind of on the tail end of spring, so I still get to find nice clean water. It's really pretty. I do want to save some of my battery for the rest of the hike. So, but there are some really cool pools up here. We're not going to go see those though. We're going to tight on time. So, all right. Got a nice rock outcropping here. The views are going to start getting really good. So you're going to get a lot of those. But this is going to be a good break spot here. Probably hang out for a little bit. But we'll just show you kind of what we're doing here. So Grass Shack is kind of down in where the greener trees are. So I've come up a little ways. And the second half of the trail is definitely going to be a lot steeper. So really kind of up in the pinyon juniper, a lot more heavily large oaks. All right. Some nice granite stone. Got the Santa Ritas again. Going to be able to see those for pretty much the whole trip. And we'll just kind of look up the mountain. It goes way up above that in the ponderosa pine. Okay, that ridge line over there is Tanque Verde Ridge, and on the other side of that is our park headquarters for East District. All right, still chugging up the mountain. So you'd like this part. Really pretty. Kind of nice flat section of trail before it gets brutally steep again. Hoping my battery will get us to the top. I know I haven't used that much of it, but I can't really tell what percentage it is at either, so we'll just stop it right here. All right. Just want to show you this big hill here. That was down. This is up. Yeah. A lot of steep sections like this. Just want you to know it's not all flat. I think It's like a 5,000 foot elevation change from the trailhead up to Manning. So in some cases, it kind of reminds me of hiking out of the Grand Canyon. Hey, just got to take our time. So I did see one volunteer at Grass Shack. Talked to him for a few. But that's it. There has been not a soul on this trail. All right, we'll keep going. All right, we're getting into Ponderosa Pine. That means we're getting high up in elevation. Mixed conifer pine forest. I like this spot. I usually take a break here, but I just took one a little ways back, so I'm going to keep going. But all the pine duff, beautiful ponderosas, and we're still climbing. All right, coming up on another junction here. This one means we're a mile from Manning. The gnats are so bad right now. So 1 mile from Manning, and then I am coming back down to here tomorrow and taking this trail to the Heartbreak Ridge Trail, and eventually I'm going further to the Lookout Tower. All right, 1 mile to go, and it's about 2:40, so I'll be there a little after 3, hopefully. I am definitely tired. Okay. Getting close. It's going to be up over that hill there, the cabin. But just wanted to get this nice scenic view here. Look, that's looking out towards Tucson, which you can't see here, but we will be able to at some point. All right, keep going. Some water down there. This would be the same water that flows by the cabin. Some cool Tanahas. I'll try to get those. Okay, we're pretty much there. This is the Manning campground. Looks like there's somebody camped out there. And just around the corner is the cabin, so we'll just keep filming. we'll see if I have time to do a video, have time or battery to do a video around the cabin and inside. But I will try to make it a point to get one while I'm up here. But yeah, I've been up here, I don't know, it's like my 6th time maybe. Pretty much every time for work except for once when I came up with my wife. And we just did it self-supported backpacking trip. Alright, Manning Camp, 8,000 foot elevation. There's the historic camp. Alright, we'll do a little tour here. We'll go inside the cabin later, but got a tool room here. Okay. Mule corral. And then these are our weatherport tents. And this is where we camp, where we sleep. Already got a couple people staying in these, so I don't know which one's available. Take a look inside here. Alright, got somebody that's got that one. Well, it's a little bit of a walk uphill, but it's kind of nice spot. Okay. Okay, go check out the Tanaha. Splash some water on my face, maybe. Ooh, that's a nice pool of water right there. Yeah, that water is gonna be cold, but I do not think I will be getting in that, but I'll splash my face. Oh, there's some frogs in there. This is where we pump all our water from, filter it, and drink and cook with it. You can see that's either Broadway or Speedway in Tucson through the trees there. Maybe I'll try to come up here at night and call home, and you can see the city lights. And then there's Rincon Peak. We were looking at that at the beginning of the hike from a different angle. And the Santa Ritas, same. But our hike tomorrow will take us back down to that trailhead. We will, that trail junction, we'll hike down that trail towards the lookout tower. And Sounds like, so there's some other people, some trail crew here. We're all gonna go out there together, so you might see them in tomorrow's video. Okay, I'm gonna sit down, drink a beer, celebrate my success of getting up here, and you can see that dust devil out there. Okay, we'll get a little more footage while we're up here, still at the helipad. That's Helen's Dome. It's a big rock feature you can see from my house in Tanque Verde. And I'm right at it. You can see it on a lot of my dirt bike rides out at Reddington Pass. And it's just the other side of it. Okay, going back down the trail, and you can see the cabin. Obviously getting a little later in the day here. Crew's cooking some like beef stroganoff. Oh, I'm gonna eat good tonight, and then I am gonna sleep good. That hike was what, 9.5 miles. Started out at about 2,400 feet. The cabin's at 8,000. You know, I'll probably go up a little higher in elevation while I'm here. I got 2 more days of hiking. Going to go look at the trails, look at the lookout tower, do a condition assessment. It's a fire tower, and there's some interest in rehabilitating it, historic preservation work. But the cabin is the same. Like, the cabin has been here for over 100 years. They were settlers that came and lived up here in the mountain, and manning camp. So you can Google search. You could probably find some YouTube videos about it. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the informational sign, and I'll put the camera on that. Add that to the video. Okay. All right, hopefully you can see that. You can pause it and read it. Shows you a little map of the area up here. Got some trail maps. We're gonna go from Manning Camp. Let's see, Helen's Dome. It's gonna be, oh, right there. So then we'll go to there, across here, and down this way, and it goes off the map. Oh wait, here we go. Here's the lookout. So you go down, and then there's the lookout, and then we'll go back up this way. Yeah. So I think it's like 10 miles round trip. All right, we're looking inside the cabin. Got a couple propane refrigerators. All right, morning, and it's nice out. Heading out to the lookout tower. All right, this is the Devil's Bathtub Trail. Heading out to the Heartbreak Ridge Trail. this is all new for me. I think I was saying it was going to be 11 or 12 miles round trip, but these guys are thinking it's going to only be 8. So that'll be good, because then tomorrow we got like 11.5 mile hike, but it's down the mountain on a trail I haven't done before in a very remote section of the park. Okay, get some more footage down the line. This view looking out to the east and south. Headed towards the Miller Creek Trail. We won't go quite that far. Dropping down into the Oaks here. I know this probably looks a lot like yesterday, but we're in a completely different area. This looks pretty cool up here. Wow. So this is just hiking on a ridge here. To the right is the west, Tucson, and then to the left off this saddle is going to be looking out towards the east, Wilcox. Got a sign here. Whoa. Okay. Turkey Creek. Now, I've hiked out this way before, so... Okay, this is new. So maybe I'd done a section from the last trail sign down to there. And then I turned down that trail and went down Turkey Creek, which goes to the bottom of the mountain. making progress down the ridge. And there's Rincon Peak once again, just getting closer and closer. And, Santa Rita's. So that should give you bearings. Kind of a cool spot here. See the roof of the cabin up there, or the lookout tower. Big hill to climb, and here it begins. Get a different angle here. He's curious.
No, he's actually not like a pet.
No, pretty.
He's hanging out in the shade. Alright, here's our destination. This is the fire lookout tower, used historically for fire watch. And you can see that rattlesnake going into the building. And the building is basically in very, very bad shape, so it would need a full rehab. All the external siding needs to be replaced, painted, and abated of all biologicals. There's rats, mice, ringtails living in here. So old stove, that's cool. And then that snake is going somewhere in here. There's probably a lot of good food in there for him.
At this point, we kind of have like a trash heap in the wilderness, so whichever way we choose, whether we store it or we haul everything out, it's going to be a significant improvement.
All right, we're heading back, and just wanted to show you, you can see really well to the east right here, we're on a ridge. I'm just like on this razorback ridge right here, and you might be able to see through the trees right there to the west. Get us a nice view over here. Oh yeah. Whew. Good drop. Alright, you recognize that one. And this is looking east. Boundary of our park is kind of down at the bottom of this hill. Okay. Ooh, some water. That's cool. Alright, back at the camp. And one more day, time to rest, and then one more big day tomorrow, heading down the mountain, taking a different trail, going out Italian Springs. Got our mules here, Park Service mules. Getting some food. All right, day 3. Getting the mules packed up here. Trail crew hiking down. All right, heading out. Nice and early. I mean, it's not that early, 7:15. Got some breakfast. And gonna be doing an 11.5 mile hike today. So I'm gonna be climbing about 500 foot in elevation from here up to the rim. And the trail for Italian Springs is at about it's on the northeast slope. This is the Arizona Trail. I'll be taking the Arizona Trail to the park boundary and then through the forest to Reddington Road. And I've never done this, but after this I'll have done the whole Arizona Trail through the park. And we'll get some more footage here soon. I'm gonna try to go through an aspen grove, and that'll be fun. During monsoon season, this area is just blooming with ferns. You can see they're all brown right now, but once they get a bunch of moisture, there'll be a lot of ferns through here, really green. It's pretty neat. One of the few aspen groves up here on the mountain, kind of hidden off the trail. You have to know it's here. Still going uphill. Quite the early morning workout here. I think I've gone over a mile just uphill so far. I'm probably going to be wishing I was going uphill instead of the downhill I'm about to go down. I hear it's steep, so gotta go slow So I heard from one of the archaeologists that natives used to bend these trees like this as a form of wayfinding. And they'd bend them when they were saplings, and then they would grow with this kind of crooked elbow. I don't know, this tree doesn't look that old to be one of those, but just first thing I thought of when I saw it. And there's Rincon Peak. It's kind of been the been able to see that this whole trip, if you can see it through the trees there. And you know, soon we'll completely lose sight of it because we'll be on the north facing side of the building the mountain. So that's looking south. And I did just hear a turkey warble. We probably won't see him, but he's out there. All right, this way to Italian Spring, 0.6 miles. Probably have gone about a mile and a half. It's about 8:20 in the morning. And we'll continue along the Arizona Trail. There he is. He's doing a really cool feather display, and then you hear that like bass sound. He kind of puffs himself up a little bit. Ooh, this is a good angle. Wild turkey. That's so cool. Okay. All right, looking east. Mount Graham off in the distance. Right there. Catalina Mountains, kind of in the direction I'm going. All right, we're starting on the Italian Spring Trail. This trail is sweet. There's hardly any structure on it. These switchbacks are perfect. Nice cut bench. All right, looking east, north. I've always thought that rock formation looked cool from kind of down here in this valley where I go dirt biking. There's Reddington area. You can see the trails where I ride. And then way out there you can see Tanca Verde, the green area. And that's where I live. I bet you could see my house if I had good binoculars. No idea where this trail's going, but it's pretty cool so far. Pretty far down, there's still a few more pine trees, but this is really gorgeous. Really cool alligator juniper. Wow. Look how big this juniper tree is. So many beautiful sections I can't video it all. I'll run out of battery before I finish my hike. But going through a kind of a lot of little areas like this as this traverses in and out of drainages, it's really pretty. All right, this must be the Park Service, Forest Service boundary. I didn't realize it was this far up. Let's see what we got here. Yep, Saguaro National Park, Arizona Trail. Got a register. It's kind of cool. Maybe, hopefully you can see that and maybe pause the video. Wow, this goes back to, I'm not really catching the exact date. If this is just for 2024, that's right, no room for any others. Oh, bummer. Need to, maybe Sephora will grab these. Okay. Should have one of my stickers put on there. That would be cool. Oh, look at that old sign. Entering Saguaro National Monument. It's a national park now. Okay. Just leave it open for Sephora. Cool. All right, just past the boundary, going through this really pretty area of oak trees, and then there's some camp pads. So I think the Arizona Trail hikers that come over the mountain and then they cross the boundary where they don't need a permit to camp. So this is, so you see all those flat pads over there, perfect camping, pretty cool. Look at that. Going through this area, the decomposed granite boulders that we saw from above. I just love this topography. This trail is so cool. just same thing, different angle, a little further down. Just love being this close to these rocks and this topography. Really cool. Give you a view of kind of where I came from. I started out just to the left of that pointy rock up there. Now looking back up at those rocks, it's cool, that rock formation way up there. Wow. And then that's where we came from, up there. Just that pointy peak there. To the left of that is where I came down. Some water. It's cool. So if I needed to, I'll be good. Oh, that's pretty. Just coming out of that drainage where the pool was. Took a nice break. Checked my water just in case I should filter some, but I've got plenty. I'm probably not drinking enough. Got a sign here. Rincon Mountain Wilderness Boundary. You see a fence line? Alright. And it looks like a rain cloud. And you can see the rain. It's called verga. It doesn't hit the ground, it evaporates. But if that hits me, I'll get a little bit, I think. Let's see what it looks like over this hill. A little camp pad. Let's look back before I turn it off. Get a little video.
There's our little mountain.
Getting a little sprinkle.
There are some nice signs that they make.
So we're down here. This is what I did.
Yeah.